this is Noreen from Joya Cards, and I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and welcome to my YouTube channel. Yay! For more of my Stampin' Up! Card videos, make sure you click on that subscribe button somewhere down there, and then the bell, and you'll be the first to be notified when my videos release. So, this is a new card, and it's from Dragonfly Garden, and we're going to be using Dandy Garden DS paper, and we're going to be using the oval dies, and we're going to do a technique here that is kind of interesting that I hadn't done before, and it's called a smear technique. So let's go ahead and start. Now we're going to use a Mossy Meadow 5.5 by 4.25 typical kind of card base, and we're going to take that Dandy Garden and pull out this beautiful piece of DS paper and go ahead and snail that up. And this is cut 5.5 by 4.25, so it's the entire card base. So we're going to line this up on the edges, and that's the first part. So that's pretty easy. Next thing we're going to do is we're going to take a piece of shimmery white paper, 3.75 by 5, and take a piece of scratch paper, and we're going to use Old Olive. And I don't know if you can tell from the video, but there's a really interesting effect going on here. And how I did it is using the smear technique. And I do want to introduce to you, dun, 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 from the new catalog Stampin' Up! Blending brushes. Pow! Blending brushes, finally, yay! So we're going to take a blending brush. And if you haven't used a blending brush before, you want to hold it like this where you can control the head with your finger, and you want to go like that. So that's how you use a blending brush. So we're going to go ahead and take the big flower stamp from Dragonfly. And you do need to be really careful not to rock this stamp because it has quite the edge on it, and you might get that little shadow on it. So try to avoid rocking it. So we're going to take this first stamp and make sure that blending brush is close by, because we're going to take this, we're going to do this fairly low, and we'll put it right here. Don't rock it. Okay, pull it up and immediately smear. This is the smearing technique, and it actually is kind of cool. So we're going to do that, and then I'm going to ink this up again. It's like smearing it, but not like super intense smearing it. So it's really kind of neat. So now I'm going to take this one and I'm going to put it up a little higher. Maybe like right there. Don't rock this stamp. Okay, and immediately smear it. You have to excuse my gruesome finger. I was giving my little Pomeranian, who is 14, and he's not doing so well. And he's lost a lot of teeth. And I had to like hand feed him a pill because he wasn't taking it. And he still has teeth in the back of his mouth, and he like chomped on me, and I should have probably gone to the ER and got it stitched, but my grandkids were coming over and it's like, no, I want to see my grandbaby. So anyway, and then we're going to make another one. So ignore my gruesome finger. And we're going to put this one up the highest, and we're going to put it like right there. Okay, don't rock it. Don't rock it, don't rock it, don't rock it. Just remind yourself, don't rock it, because it will do that little edgy thing. And then smear, 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 smear. Smear, smear, smear. And get a good smear on all of it. See how I'm holding that brush? That's how you do that. Smear, smear, smear. Awesome. And then leaving your Old Olive out, we're going to take the little dragonflies from here. And the same thing, try not to rock it, okay? And we're going to start off the edge right above the smallest one and kind of go up. So we're going to grab this here. Try not to rock it. Don't rock that stamp. And then smear. Okay? Take another one, kind of put it where you want it. There. Don't rock that stamp. And smear. Okay. Take another one. Make sure he's also not upside down, because you could easily get that stamp upside down. And then I'm going to put one here. Don't rock it. 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 Pull straight up and smear. Okay. Take another one. And I'm going to put them here. Don't rock it. 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 Pull up straight and smear. And I think I'm going to put up one more just right on that edge of the paper. Make sure he's not upside down. Take it, and I'm just going to put them right like that. And smear. And go ahead and just kind of maybe fill it in all over. And that's looking really good. And I can't emphasize more about rocking this stamp. If you rock it, you're going to give it one of those little shadow blurps, and there just aren't enough glue dots or embellishments to the world to cover it up. So, all right, so that's that part. Now we're going to grab our early espresso and a new blending brush. You get 3 of these in a pouch. So these are fantastic. And we're going to take a little bit of it. Now, depending on how juicy your cartridge is, you want to stamp off a little bit, because we just want like an antique-y kind of look. And I would start with the edges and then circle into it. Be real careful not to put just a big spludge of early espresso and ruin your piece. So remember to tap off and then circle and then go in. You can always put on more. You can't like take it off. So just be really patient, which isn't like my biggest, I'm not very patient. So I got a little bit too much on that, but that's okay. It's not too bad. Stamp, 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 stamp. Off, 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 off. And then blend in. You can even, once it's got like a little bit on it, then you can kind of do the whole thing just very lightly. We're just giving it a little antiqueness. So that's how you stamp that. Now we're going to grab our layered ovals, and I'm going to take the smallest scalloped one and die cut it, and you get this. And we're going to stamp the sentiment, which is right here. You're an inspiration, and we're going to be doing that in early espresso as well. So go ahead and bring that out. And I do cut first. I know sometimes I cut first, sometimes I don't cut first. This one I cut first. So I'm going to just line it up. Remember not to rock the stamp, and pull straight up. Another piece from this suite is the braided linen trim, and it's like this old olive color. So I cut off about 6 inches, and I'm going to snail this up. I'll take my my craft sheet here, and I like to snail the entire under part of the ribbon, because I think it just looks better when you lay it down on top. So get that curl up and snail it there. And then I'll also snail the back of the piece. And then I'm going to lay it down just right here. And then double that. Flip it over and tack it down. Okay, now you're going to grab your piece here and get some mini dimensionals, and we're going to put it like kind of in the middle of the cut there. So So I'm going to put these little mini dimensionals. I'm going to put 2 on the edge because the middle is where that string is, and I want it to float in the middle there. So I've taken the tape off the dimensionals and I put that right in the middle, and it looks like so. So that's really pretty. And then let's go ahead and put it on our card base. I was going to snail this on top, but I'm going to go ahead and put this on dimensionals. Got all the tapes off the dimensionals, and I'm going to put it right there in the middle. And that's better than just snailing it. Now I'm going to take the little ladybug trinkets also from the suite, and they're so cute. So I'm going to take one of these ladybugs and I'm going to get a glue dot and affix it to the card. So go ahead and take your pick tool, grab a glue dot, put it on his little back here, and I'm going to place him right here in the corner where he looks kind of cute. So, and if you want your card just a little darker, because this, you know, it's sponging, so it's going to look different kind of every time you do something like this. But you can add more color if you'd like. And now another thing that I thought looked really neat were gold glitter enamel dots. So I put a bunch of the medium-sized ones and the littler ones just kind of all over. What's funny is that I wasn't going to put any dots on it, but I had to answer a phone call and went downstairs. I work out of my house. I actually have, you know, a real job. Anyway, it makes money that supports everything. And what's funny is I went downstairs to take care of something, and I found one of these that had attached to my sock, and I just kind of put it on my desk, and I was talking to this person, and it's like, oh, that would look good on my card. So that's how this came about. So that's the front of the card. For the inside, and what I did to the inside is I took the scrap from cutting this, the 6x6 on the front, and a piece of shimmer white, and this is going to be cut 2 7/16 width by 5.5. So it'll go the length of your opening there. And of course we need to do another smear technique. So we're going to take our old olive again, and we're going to grab the sentiment right here, may good things grow from all year long. And we're going to grab our blending brush again and stamp, 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 and don't rock the stamp. And put it right here at the top and get ready to smear. Smear, 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 smear. And then I'm going to take some extra and smear. And I put my label on my stamp crooked. So when you do that, you kind of get it catty-wonky, but I don't care. It's handmade, right? And then I'm going to smear some more ink on it. And then I'm going to grab the early espresso again and give it that little antique-y kind of look again. And tap off real good because we don't want it too dark. And just kind of give it some antiquiness. And then go ahead and snail this in first because we want this piece to kind of go on the edge anyway. And all we're doing really is trying to use our scrap, and it looks really nice, so might as well, right? And I'm going to put that there, and then I'm going to grab that extra piece, and that's the card. So if you like this card and if you're a first-time subscriber, you can win the demo card. Go ahead and subscribe. Put in the comments your email address so I can talk to you, because I can't talk to you unless you put your email in, and I'll mail you this card. I'll get your address and mail it and put it in the mail, and something for free. So it's really cool. So that's the card with the smear technique. So that's it. Bye.